Why is David Phelps' performance of No More Night awesome? Hi, I'm Dr. Mark, and I'm going to help you sing and perform more like the top artists around the world. I'm a professional voice teacher, performance coach, and opera stage director. I've helped thousands of singers around the world learn the techniques and methods that got the top singers to where they are. So, I haven't watched this. I actually haven't watched a lot of David Phelps. I've seen little video clips here and there of like best high notes and stuff like that. Thought his voice was awesome from what I heard, but I've had quite a few different viewers comment saying that they wanted me to react to things, and this is one of the videos that they said I should watch and react to. So I'm excited to give this a watch and see what it is that made them think this was so awesome and make so many people love his voice. Let's check it out.
The timeless theme, earth and heaven will pass away. It's not a dream. God will make all things new that day.
Okay, so first thing off the bat, upper two smile, 80% of a yawning smile, that filling in back, release jaw, forward tongue, abs are staying out with this consistent airflow all the way through. Even though it's a little bit on the aspirate side right now, still that's what's going on. So in terms of aspirate, he's letting a little more air come out. It's starting with air and then the vocal folds are coming together. You can imagine if you're doing it with an H sound, right? He's letting a little bit of air, extra air out. My guess is later on he'll probably clean that up and reduce the airflow and bring it into balance with the vocal fold closure. You may think, well, how do I do that? What on earth are you talking about? So if you want to give it a try singing something with an H sound, making it as breathy as possible. Right? Cool. Next, we want to make it glottal. So that means there's going to be a little bit of pressure underneath. Right? That's kind of the more pressurized version. Then right in the middle, try doing it with a ya. Ya. You'll notice it's a little more balanced, not breathy, kind of right in the middle there as we're going. So that's why we're talking about on that scale. A lot of times people will start with a breathier sound because it has this kind of soft quality, and then it gives them somewhere to go so they can grow and make it louder later on. And it's going to sound louder just by making it cleaner, even if decibel level, it's not really louder. If you make the sound cleaner and more crisp, it's going to sound more powerful. So that's kind of what's going on. Love it. You'll notice his face is just open. It's easy. And he's letting his face be malleable and respond to what he's talking about in the motion. Just super comfortable doing his thing. He's just talking to these people. Love it.
Oh, is the curse from which I stumbled.
You'll notice even with curse, there's some teeth. Curse rather than curse. So say that. Say curse. I'll say curse. You'll notice there's a lot more openness in it. It's going to help that sound stay consistent. Don't let it collapse in the back. Don't let your jaw clench or get tight or stay really high and tight. Let it release. See what happens.
And fell. Evil is banished to eternal hell. No more night, no more pain, no more tears, never crying again.
Okay, so one of the things that is really challenging, especially in a situation like this, and I get this question all the time, where am I supposed to look? Right? You have these people all around you and they're like putting their hands in the air and they're just sitting there reacting, crying or whatever. What am I supposed to be looking at? And should I supposed to be like singing at them, like to them and making eye contact? Or like, am I supposed to be doing something else? My suggestion to you is, who do you picture is saying these words to this music? When you picture who's saying these words to this emotion that the music is calling for, if it's you in that moment singing to those people, then by all means make eye contact and sing to them. But if not, imagine where you would be and who you'd be talking to sing those words, and see that. See that out in front of you. Let that be around you. That's what we mean by building this imaginary world, right? is that your eyes are no longer seeing what's really there, but what you imagine would be there if you're really saying these words to the emotion of the song. To me, when I'm watching him, that's where he is. All these people around him, that's not what he's looking at. He's seeing something very specific in his mind that he's reacting to. And he's letting his voice follow the impulse of where it wants to go. He's probably practiced a lot too. I don't want to write that out. But you'll notice there's a lot of fluctuation and response to what is going on inside his mind and what he's feeling. We can tell that because we see his body language go, and then we hear the sound that matches it that follows. Cool. Really, really awesome.
Praises to
Raises to. It wasn't raises to, raises to. He connected all together. Try singing it that way. Raises to, or raises to. So connect it together. It's going to feel like you're sliding in between them, but keep that breath flow going all the way through that phrase. Love it.
the great I am. We will live in the
I am. You hear that I am? So that was his way. You'll notice, remember when we talked about before finding that balance placement starting with a Y? That Y helps us find that balance placement. So he's breathy just a second ago, and then he used that Y to pull him right into placement. He kept his abs suspended a little bit more than he was when he was aspirate, and that cleaned up that sound, get that kind of I am, right? That kind of sighing, connected, emotional, reaching out, pleading type of sound, right? That's clean. It is balanced. It didn't sound forced or pushed to me. It just sounded open and connected, clean, clear, balanced.
light of the risen Lamb.
More aspirate, not resisting so much with those abs, letting a little bit more escape, faster, less vocal fold closure.
See all around, now the nations bow down to see.
Okay, notice this verse, is he starting as aspirate? No. He's pulled it more towards this balanced, and at moments maybe even slightly towards the glottal side of stuff. Why? Because that gives this progression of verse to verse, like something's happened. There's more emotion, there's growth, there's development to this song. Smart planning.
The only sound is the praises to Christ our King. Slowly the names from the book are read. I know the King, so there's no need to dread. No.
So if you're wondering, oh, I could never get that sound. I can't make that sound. I can't do that. Well, it's potentially true because you're not him. But if you want to figure out how he's getting that quality of sound and what he's doing, imitate the shape of his mouth, his jaw position on all the vowels. You're going to notice there's a lot of ah between all of that. No more, right? No more. No more is what I'm saying, not no more. West Coast, Southern U.S., pretty much everywhere except New York, Chicago, Boston, that kind of area of stuff. We all are really lazy in the back of our mouth. No more. Got to keep that ah there. No more. It's going to keep that sound open, place for it to resonate, keep the placement forward. It's going to make it a lot easier to get up there in a clean, balanced, easy way.
More night, no more pain, no more tears, never crying again, and praises to the great I am. We will live in the light.
So try it. Go to the mirror, sing in front of the mirror, look at your mouth, compare it to his. See what the difference is. Well, maybe he's just got a bigger mouth than me. Maybe. But try to get as close to the shape of his mouth as possible and see what happens to your sound. I'm not trying to say this is right or wrong. What I'm trying to say is the shape of our mouth, how open it is, how much teeth, how wide it is in the back, how tall it is in the back, is the primary thing that is making the color and sound quality of the sound. And the closer you can get to that, the closer you're going to get to matching his sound. It's not some magical, mystical thing where either you have it or you don't, and you can't make that sound, or he can't make me. But really, if you'll get as close to that as possible, you're going to realize that your voice has a lot of capacity to get a wide range of sounds, and it can really do a lot more than you probably think it can.
The risen Lamb, see over there, there's a mansion, oh, that's prepared just for me, where I will live with my Savior eternally.
Eternally. So the eternally, he's up there. It's what makes that work. That E, you'll notice, you can see here. I love this shot. This is awesome. How forward and flat his tongue is on that E and how it's coming forward in the front. Crucial. When we normally say it, the back comes up, gets it tight, tense. He's keeping it forward, flat, and just high in the front, not in the back. Still sounds like a clean E, but keeps it really open and easy and consistent with everything else. Gorgeous. Other thing I want to point out is you'll notice he is playing to the whole audience. I'm not sure if he's making eye contact. It doesn't really look like he's making eye contact, but he's going to imagine this a world around him that's 360 degrees. And you'll notice he knows exactly where he's imagining the Lord being, right? Right before he starts talking about that, his eyes are already starting to go there. He's picturing it. And you can see it. We can feel it. The body language comes along for the ride. Love it.
And there will be no more
No more pain. Not no more pain. No more pain. We hear no more pain, but listen to what he's really singing here. He's just getting out of the way of that sound so it can just go. Love it.
for tears, never crying again. Praises to the great I am. We will live in the light of the risen Lamb. Oh, the praises to
So do you think he's standing there and this feels like he's just yelling his guts out the whole time? Maybe. I don't think so, though. What it sounds like to me is he's keeping this airflow super consistent. It's super forward and resonant, and it's super open. But it probably feels like this tiny, small, whiny sound to him, as long as he's not listening back over to the speakers and monitor. But inside his head, it probably does not sound as big, rich, and full as what it sounds like out here to us. That's crucial, because as if you're trying to sing like him and make a sound like this, and you're trying to make it sound like that way in your head as you're singing, you're comparing apples to oranges. That's not what he's hearing. You'd have to compare what he hears in his head to what you hear in your head as you're singing, and that's not possible anyways. So instead, try to go with what it feels like, what it looks like. Try to match that. Keep it as easy as possible. Then record it and listen to it and watch it and see what the difference is. Then you'll be able to hear if you're matching what he sounds like. And if not, you'll be able to apply some of these other tools and techniques that we've talked about in this video and other ones to see if you can get closer and closer to what he's sounding like. Again, the goal isn't to imitate this person. The goal is to see what is it that this person does that I can learn, that I can absorb into what my voice does comfortably and easily. That doesn't mean that when you sing all the time, you want to sound like him. He has a very particular style and stuff that he sings. What you want to be able to do is to make whatever sound you want to make and do it in a way that's easy and comfortable and sustainable. So do that by trying to capture really what they are doing. Not what it sounds like, what they're doing physically in your singing and see what the impact is. If it makes it easier, more comfortable here in your throat, like you can do it for longer, hit higher notes with the same amount of effort or less, sweet, keep it, do it. If it makes it harder, more tense and uncomfortable here, then just put it off to the side. Don't do it for now.
We're gonna live. We're gonna live in the life. The risen
The risen lad is what he just sang, right? Lad! That's what's going on. Lord! Right? So what I love about this shot is you can see what's going on with his tongue. Beautiful placement of the tongue. Nice forward, flat, passive in the place where it needs to be able to get us the sound of that, but it's really just out of the way. Our brain fills in the rest. Am I trying to say cheat and sing the wrong vowel? Nope. What I am trying to say is there are ways to get a pure, clean vowel where the tongue's out of the way, and so that this space can stay open and consistent, so that this doesn't have to keep changing shape when we change vowel. That's what we're trying to say. So lots of stuff that I love about watching this. One of them is I just feel like he's talking. He's just sharing his genuine thoughts and feelings and emotions and telling the story of what's going on in this song and living there in a way that's just really hopeful, and it's just cool. He seems really open, really vulnerable, really genuine, authentic, and just keeping it super easy. I know it sounds rich and full and big to us, but I think he could probably go and do a whole nother set of songs like this and just keep it going. And so really love it. Cool stuff. Thanks for recommending it, folks. Really love his voice. I look forward to hearing more of it in the future. Let me help you find your voice. You can book a lesson with me at foundyourvoice.com. I can help you sing easier and perform in a way that's engaging, authentic, genuine to who you are. You can also reach out to me on wizio.com with a short video or audio clip, and I'll give you feedback on what I'm hearing, what I think you could do next to make it even easier for yourself. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Tell me down below what you think is awesome about his voice and his performance, what you loved. Tell me what else you want me to react to. And I hope that you have an awesome day. See you next time.